Creative tip. Where is my creative tip? Creative tip.
Oh my goodness.
How to become SAG-AFTRA eligible.
Yeah.
This is, I noticed that in the past when we do these episodes,
if you are an actor,
because I'm a recording artist, I always tend to tailor everything toward recording artists. But I think of the Christian creative, and I need to, I want to follow up and be faithful to my desires to, be faithful to every type
it's dope. My brother, actually, he was in the Purge movie.
Oh, get out of here.
Yep, he was an extra.
Your brother?
My brother, yeah, my
Wow.
little brother. Yeah.
which one?
The most recent one.
So also the one that's like the origin story. I think it's like the movie's about the first purge ever. That's the last one.
You know what? I'm not even sure. This was a few years ago. I have him on the video too. He was that guy, Frank. I don't even watch
Well, you have
the
to tell me
movies
right
like
now,
that.
but let me know which one.
Yeah, I will. He's a bodyguard.
I'm like questioning him, like, which is the one? Tell me right now.
It's interesting though. That's dope.
And he was in Ghostbusters.
Oh,
The
that's
new one?
fire.
So the new
With one with
Ghostbusters.
The new one coming out.
Yeah,
We're about to talk about that too.
The
The ones with the females?
Yeah.
Or the new one that just came out with the little kids?
No, the one with the females.
Oh,
The
okay.
one with the females. Okay.
At the end, all the National Guard and SWAT team, they're all dancing.
Yeah.
So my little cousin and my little brother were part of that National Guard SWAT team. And
That's
get
crazy.
out
the
of
camera
here.
rolls by him, and I'm over here like,
Yeah.
get him on there.
We have a friend that was a stuntman on that.
Oh, really?
On the same one.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters,
they shot
he
it
did
out
the
in,
stunt. He did the driving of one of the trucks. A scene that he's like they're going through the city or whatever.
Yeah.
He said that he was supposed to stop at a certain spot, but the brakes went, and the people were all in front, and he's just driving through. Anyway, nobody got hurt. Everyone was good. They cleared. But yeah, that was just a little story.
Wow.
Yeah, same.
They shot that. They shot Purge out in Woonsocket.
What?
And they shot Ghostbusters, I believe, in Boston.
Yeah,
that's
so
fire.
that's how he went up there. And I think he was trying to do what you're about to talk about right now.
Yeah, so we're talking about how to become SAG-AFTRA eligible. And
So what does that mean first?
So basically, SAG-AFTRA is just a union that represents actors.
Actors Union. Yep.
And they were both different union represent companies, SAG and AFTRA, and then they combined, and now it's SAG-AFTRA. And back in the day, AFTRA, you could apply to it, but now since SAG and AFTRA joined forces, now you have to become eligible to become a union actor.
Yeah.
And there's pluses and minuses. There's good things and pros and cons to both, but you got to do your own research. I know friends that are SAG actors, they're union actors, and they love it. There's a lot of benefits to it, a lot of things you could do with it, but there's other cons that doesn't allow them to freely work for whoever. They can't go on side projects and stuff like that. It all needs to be pretty much union-based jobs.
Yep.
So like a friend has a commercial, and they'll be like, yo, I want to shoot a commercial, and I want you to be on it. If you're a SAG union rep, you're not allowed to do that because it's not a union project. So the project itself needs to be registered and all that stuff to be a union project.
Right.
And then SAG eligible or SAG actors can be involved. So there's a lot of cons too. A friend of yours wants to do it. You're like, I can't, bro.
So we're not going to dive into the pros and cons. So do your research on that. We're just going to share the 4 different ways for you to become eligible. The first one is Taft-Hartley. Pretty much what this is a form that makes you SAG eligible immediately. You're a non-union actor, but you have the skills for the role, and the producer is sold on your abilities. So he gives you pretty much the form that says, okay, you're union eligible now.
Give your
you're the
personal
man,
testimony.
You're the man for the part. So
that pretty much happened to you.
Yeah, exactly. So I had a friend who's a SAG actor. He landed a role. He wanted to do an audition. He came over to film. It was a video submission for the audition. And he's like, do you want to play the other guy just so that way we can go back and forth with dialogue? And I was like, cool, I did it. And they were like, we love the chemistry between both of y'all. And then they were like, we want you in. Is he SAG? And nope. And then I had the Taft-Hartley form filled out, and boom, now SAG eligible. Wow. So that's a way that you can become SAG eligible. Another way is background vouchers. So if you're working background, most likely that's what your brother was doing, right? Was he a principal role, speaking role, or was he behind the scenes?
He was background.
Background.
Yep.
So you can get background vouchers, which you earn one if you work 3 days as a background actor. It has to be consecutive 3 days.
Yep.
You have to have the paperwork to prove it. Obviously, that's the payment or whatever. And it needs to be, and that's how you get a voucher. And you need 3 vouchers in order to become SAG eligible.
So it's 3 movies,
So
right?
pretty much 9 days.
Okay.
I mean, 9 days consecutive.
3 movies or 9 days?
No, because you have to do 3 days worth of work, and those 3 days gives you 1 voucher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
At least up to 3 days gives
so
you 1 voucher. Yeah.
So you're going to need 9 days,
And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a movie.
And once you get the 3 vouchers, you're eligible.
It doesn't have to be a movie. It just needs to be a union or a SAG production. So it can be a commercial.
Yep.
Actually, your brother background on that movie. You know, if he did 3 days, boom. Now he has a voucher for that.
I know he said that he had to do 1 more movie or something like that in order to become that part of that
SAG.
union.
SAG.
Well, because most movies, short movies, they take few days. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably like, if I get this 1 more film, I'll have enough days to get those vouchers that I need. You know what I'm saying? But that's just another way.
Yeah. And another way is to upgrade to principal role. So you're looking for opportunities as a background actor, and you're looking for opportunities. Somebody's not nailing their part, or you just look for an opportunity and you show that you're able to play that part. You can get upgraded to principal role. They see, you got the look, you got, you can act, you're doing well, you stand out, whatever it is that, is appealing. And then they can ask you randomly. It doesn't happen often, but that is another opportunity. There are opportunities, even as a background person. Let's say you're a background and you're trying to get your 3 days, your vouchers, right? You still have the opportunity while you're working to get your voucher to upgrade to a principal role. Again, it doesn't happen often, but that's another way to do it. And then the last one is, if you're entrepreneurial, you produce your own film. You land a SAG or a union job as a director or producer. You're looking for a producer as a director. And then when they hire you, the union rep hires you, you can hire yourself as the director or whatever. You can hire yourself, you know what I mean? And make yourself SAG eligible that way as well. That one is a little bit more harder because, filmmaking it's not an easy task.
Nope. A lot of politics.
And also keep in mind, once you're SAG eligible, that doesn't mean you're you're automatically a union actor. There are payments to this. The first, to become an official union actor, it's $3,000 up front. And then it's ever so often there's payments that you have to make. So go ahead and look that up. But those are the 4 different ways for you to become SAG eligible. And hopefully that blesses some people, man.
That was very cool of you to think of a different type of tip.
Yeah.
Because we are pretty consistent with the music.
Right.
Because it's the space we're in.
Yeah, right.
So what we're most familiar with and what we're most knowledgeable in, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's dope because that actually applies to a personal experience. He actually went through one of those steps.
Very insightful.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a great management tip because that's going to be something that
Concept's are going to be a movie star now.
You never know. You never know.
Listen, what you guys don't know is Joseph is back there with a notebook and a pen.
I mean, matter of fact, there was a television deal that kind of came across his way. So you never.
Well, through your music, you start landing some syncing, deals, license deals.
Yeah.
And you could get into start getting into film that way.
Matter of fact, I forgot the name of the movie, but NF, the rapper NF, there's a like an MMA movie on Netflix. All NF's music.
Wow, that's
in that
fire.
I mean,
that's what you need to do.
But the
brother.
thing is that a lot of people, we don't want to
man.
get too deep into this because this could be its own creative tip.
Yeah,
but a lot of people don't realize how much opportunities are out there with your music or your content.
Facts.
You can shop it for movies. You can shop it for commercials. You know what I'm saying? Radio ads.
YouTube creators.
Where do you think the radio ads that you hear in movies and commercials, where do you think they get their music?
Facts.
And there's platforms that you can post your stuff.
Music libraries.
And the movie creators and producers, that's where they go.
Yeah.
Right.
And they literally shop.
Publishers.
Yeah.
Publishers eat that up.
Yep.
They love it.
Yep.
They love artists.
Especially if they can get a good deal.
People are waiting, bro.
Right.
People
the
are
good
waiting.
deals for us is like life changing, but for them it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
because I'm sure NF ain't like a Jay-Z, So I'm sure he didn't. His price tag
disrespectful.
Because I'm saying
the way you said it, though,
Jay-Z is an icon. Like the dude is associated with changing hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So his price tag is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
And NF can come in and be like, yeah, you can have this song for 150,000. And they're looking at it like 150.
Don't sleep on NF. He's becoming a superstar, bro.
Oh, fact.
Slowly becoming a superstar.
That deal alone, I can't even imagine. Unless he has some kind of jacked up, contract with a publisher or something. But if he owns all the rights to his music with the sync license,
that's what I'm saying. There's ways that you can make money, and people are always looking for a good deal, especially if it's good music.
Following too.
But movie directors are not like, wait a minute. That song is popping.
Yeah.
We need to have that song on this movie. It's really gonna make people gyrate.
Directors sound like that, brother? Huh? Why does the movie director have to sound like that? Why can't you do a Spanish accent? Why does the movie director have to be like the?
Because it's not as believable. Unfortunately, if I was just like, mira, that track would have been fire. I would have paid any monies to put on that track. I'm telling you right now, that guy is going to be hot.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna believe that, but when you say it with a rich accent, British.
Let's get into our topics, man.
My bad.
Our brothers are here.
I'm glad you reeled me in.
Who here has heard the Eminem diss track from Nick Cannon?
Ooh.